Policy gradient methods have one dangerous habit. Take too big a training step, and the policy can lurch into a bad region it never recovers from. For years, fixing that meant heavy, complicated math. Then, in 2017, Schulman and colleagues at OpenAI shipped something far simpler that just worked. PPO, Proximal Policy Optimization, became the reliable default for reinforcement learning and the workhorse behind RLHF for language models. Here's the trick that makes it stable. Now, to see what PPO is protecting you from, look at the failure mode it was designed to prevent. Vanilla policy gradient has no seatbelt on the size of an update. When a batch of experience suggests a direction, it can shove the policy hard that way in one step. Sometimes that single leap wrecks a policy that was learning fine, and there's no easy way back from the damage. PPO keeps every update proximal, meaning close to the policy you already have. Instead of one reckless jump, it takes a controlled step inside a safe band. You still move toward better behavior, but you never lunge so far that the whole thing falls apart. It's the difference between confident progress and a gamble on every batch. Here's the actual update loop, and the clever part is how gently it holds the reins. First, collect a batch of experience using the current policy. Let the agent act, gather the states, actions, and rewards it ran into, and set that fresh data aside as the material for this round of improvement. This snapshot becomes the old policy we'll measure against. Then, for each action, compute the ratio between the new policy's probability and the old policy's probability. That single number captures exactly how far this update wants to shift the odds of taking that action, up or down, and it's the quantity PPO watches most closely. Here's the heart of it. PPO clips that ratio to a small range, roughly 0.8 to 1.2, so no action's probability is allowed to move too far in one step. The clipped objective quietly caps how aggressive the update can be, removing the incentive to chase a tempting but dangerous leap. Finally, update inside that safe band, and reuse the same batch over several mini-batch passes to squeeze more learning from it. Then collect fresh experience and repeat, staying close to the last policy the whole way. So why did this particular recipe become everyone's go-to? 3 things explain the popularity. Keeping each policy update proximal is the whole philosophy. By refusing to stray far from the current policy in any single step, PPO trades a little raw speed for a lot of stability, and that stability is exactly what practitioners crave when a training run takes days and a single bad step can waste all of it. A clipped ratio objective is how it enforces that discipline. It delivers most of the benefit of heavier trust region methods, like TRPO, yet it's dramatically simpler to implement and tune, which is a huge part of why people reach for it. The payoff is a stable, simple default that just travels well. It works with mini-batches over multiple epochs, and it's robust across robotics, games, and, most famously, tuning ChatGPT-style models with human feedback, which is why PPO became the quiet engine underneath RLHF. Alright, let's nail down the essentials on PPO. PPO is a policy gradient, actor-critic method from OpenAI whose entire purpose is keeping reinforcement learning training stable. Keeps every update proximal, close to the current policy, so no single step can push the agent into a region it can't recover from. The mechanism is a clipped objective. Bound the ratio between new and old action probabilities, and the update can't move too far at once. Simpler than trust region methods, yet just as robust, PPO became the default that powers RLHF. If you like reinforcement learning made this clear, Standarity.com has a whole shelf of these. See you in the next one.